Okay, everyone, let's talk about what happened in the past 2 weeks. So, as you might have noticed, last week on Sunday there wasn't a new video, and this Sunday, like yesterday, there also wasn't a new video. Reason being, there have been a lot of stuff happening in the past 2 weeks. So, generally, I got a lot of offers. We're going to talk about this. I got a lot of work opportunities. I got a lot of work, and naturally I figured out it would be like I maybe have enough content to like get you updated every week, but actually it's a little hard now with also the other YouTube channel that I talked about in the last video to maintain that pace every week, because I have to basically put out 2 videos a week, work on the business, work on my freelance stuff, and like also just generally work 8 hours a day, and I got a life to take care of. So I figured out it would be easier for me and like basically the same experience for you if I do these videos bi-weekly. So the next one is going to be by the end of February, which is basically a cool date actually if I think about what's going to happen next. But anyway, so there has been 2 weeks no video, and I didn't upload one yesterday, basically because Sunday is just for like family, for relaxation. And I didn't find time to do it early in the morning while everyone was asleep still. So basically the day was gone. So I have to record it now early in the morning, which is also why like my hair looks all like this, because I basically just woke up, went to the PC, hit record, and I'm like winging it right now what I'm about to tell you. So one of the biggest changes is that I finally got the camera. I've talked about this from like the very first week that I need to get like new equipment for scanning, and I now got my hands on a Nikon D850, which is like a pretty high quality camera. It's really good. I was lucky enough that a friend of mine upgraded hers, and she sold her like old one to me for a good price, which is why I naturally took it. And like I spent a lot of time this week figuring out how to actually capture the images and how to scan how I need them. To be fair, here's still something missing. Actually, there is like a huge, like a flash setup here. I'm going to show you this in a different video. But anyway, this camera is like a beast. I'm like halfway through the how you call it? Like the guidebook, I don't know. Where all the camera settings and all the buttons and stuff are explained. And what I figured out is that there's a lot more to photography than I thought it would be. Also just related to capturing, because you can only capture good if you know stuff about photography. Meaning that most of the images I took right away or started to test the camera was like they were all way too dark. Mostly they were blurry. If they weren't blurry, I usually had like a very strong FOV, so the edges were blurred, like depth of field, which you don't want in scans. So yeah, I was actually just busy understanding how to use that beast here. Also, I might be able to show it, but like I got this lens new. Like this is a macro lens with 105mm for really close-up stuff. I'm going to show you some images in the video. And right here at the front, there's a polarization filter, which makes it look like so black. And what that means is that this is a filter specifically applied on top of the lens that eliminates reflections. I'm not going to go too deep into how polarization or cross-polarization works, but basically I have like the same filter on my flash, like where that light is coming out. And those two filters work together. They basically eliminate whatever reflection that flash is causing when it lights up. So I'm basically shooting in the complete dark. So I need that flash to illuminate my object that I want to capture. But then, of course, because it's the only light source, and because it's so bright, it's going to reflect a lot of light, which I don't want to capture because I only want like the color information or the roughness information. So I need this setup basically to eliminate the light, and it's a little complicated. Like the theory is easy, but I still didn't quite manage to get that right. Maybe because I messed something up. But I will talk about this later again and show you like the ring and stuff. Yeah, but this is what I spend my time with a lot this week, just trying to get an idea of how to scan, capturing a lot of reference images and get a hang of it, like how close can I get, what actually makes up a good reference images, get an idea of the settings for outdoor capturing, and so on and so on. Speaking of which, I decided to upload all my reference images for free, like to be available for you or for other artists, just because there's a huge lag in good reference photos, like good free reference photos or royalty-free photos online. When you're searching for something to use, it's either like you have to pay for it, there's a watermark, there's low resolution, there's someone who wants to be credited, which is fair. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fair. It's good that it is like this, but for material artists or surface artists specifically, or even environment, this can be like a real hassle, because sometimes you need to have certain images of like the same brick wall, for example, from different angles and different light conditions, different zoom levels, and it's a pain in the ass to get that. So I want to provide a library from, like, I'm going to capture those images anyway when I'm starting to scan, right? So I can just provide them for free. Also, what I'm already doing is still uploading them to Adobe Stock. Just for some people who are not into ArtStation, who will never get by my channel, who like generally have other purposes with that images, they still can get them, but like I get paid for them, right? So I'm uploading to Adobe Stock. If anyone stumbles over this image and isn't like eager to find out if it's for free anywhere else, so be it. Like, I gotta earn some money too, and I think it's fair to say that those people that are looking on Adobe Stock for images are willing to pay anyway or already have a subscription. So I don't know why I shouldn't profit from that. But on the other hand, like, I'm providing those all for free. So if you happen to stumble over this, if you happen to watch my channel, this video, or follow me on ArtStation or LinkedIn, you're going to get your hands on those for free, which is cool. But still, there's a lot of images that I capture which have like low resolution, still not low resolution, like they're blurry or shaky, just because I'm still trying to understand all the settings here to get that right. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff which is really cool already. I'm going to show you a few slides now, play some music, and just stop talking for a second. So what's more, I talked about in the beginning of the video about job opportunities or like offers. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because like 80 level picked up on my recent materials. Maybe because people started to see my YouTube channel. But suddenly in the last 2 weeks, I had 5 different offers, partially from game companies who wanted to like hire me, partly some freelance stuff, and yeah, a lot of stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about because of NDA. But they're opened some doors which are like incredible to me. I never thought I would be able to be there or to get the chance. So this is very, very exciting for me. And at the same time, it's going to like eat a lot of my free time away that I would actually spend on building that company and building the catalog and whatever we talked about in the videos before. But I gotta structure my time. Like, I only have that budget. And most of this will probably be turned towards other stuff within the next 6 months or so. So this is going to progress a lot slower. This is also why I'm thinking about shifting what I want to do in the first place and focus more on like the free content for now. Just to get some more leads, just to build up the community. I'm in no rush. So you could basically just hope for or be excited for a lot of more free content related to substance designer, related to tutorial videos, related to content that I'm going to provide you. Even things that I'm like aiming to sell later on will be for free just because I have the time to create them, which is cool, and it's a little bit relaxing. Like it turns down the pace that I try to get this thing going, and I have other things to work on besides. So it has a little bit of contrast to me. It's more exciting, it's more versatile in my day-to-day job. So yeah, once I'm able to talk more about this, I will let you know. But for now, it's like all under NDA, so I just can't be excited. So another thing that we should talk about is that I recently started to offer portfolio reviews again. I did this before when I was like working with Ezekiel on Future Material Artist. Just for 2 days, and we covered like I think 8 artists roundabout, and it was quite a success. So a lot of people actually enjoyed me giving some reviews, me giving some feedback, and actually talking about like how to get into the game industry, how to get into like possibly the film or VFX industry. So I thought like this could be like beneficial for everyone, and also help like you now get some insights into that portfolio reviews, because generally this was like a closed community, and now I'm offering those videos to be uploaded to YouTube, so everyone can have some benefits from that. Right. Actually, while I'm recording this today, are going to be the first 2 meetings. I'm still not sure how I'm going to set up this, because like we're going to have half an hour. I want to introduce the artist. I want to give like a broad idea of what is going to be taught in that portfolio review as well. So whenever someone else joins that YouTube channel, sees that video, actually knows that him or her has something of value to see now, and not just like sit through half an hour waiting for some critique or some feedback that might be helpful for that person, while we're actually targeting something completely different. But anyway, I'll figure out today on the fly, generally just winging stuff, and I think this is going to be really cool. So definitely let me know if you enjoy this format, if you think that's something good, and of course, if you want to have your own free portfolio review, make sure to book a time slot down in the description. I still can't place actual hyperlinks there, so I'm trying to shorten that. You'll have to search for some bit.ly link. So a lot of my time last week and the week before also went into developing new tools for and around Substance Designer. There have been a few ideas that came up into my mind, and a few things that I brought up on LinkedIn to you guys or some other people that actually caught a lot of interest. And like, how did I achieve that? It raised some discussions actually about like a lot of technical aspects about and around Substance Designer. And I kind of fell into this rabbit hole. You know, when there's something that just makes fun, you're just pursuing it. And I did this so much that some other things were left behind. But at the same time, it was great to get to know more people. I collaborated with a few artists that I never thought I would be like so close and actually like talk to each other and share some knowledge. And this also helped to shape my knowledge inside Substance Designer, pixel processing, like the general idea of a more technical aspect. While I initially made these tools, I wanted to make these tools to raise like a little bit money, like some upfront Kickstarter money. We've talked about this before. Now it's more about just having fun and just increasing the library and increasing like the overall content and knowledge that I can provide. Because in the end, I want to, like, my initial goal overall, even with this company, is to give something to artists that makes their life easier, that gives them the toolbox, the toolkits, everything ranging from textures to reference to tools to, I don't know, custom notes, maybe even mentoring, or the reviews, you could say, are theoretically a part of that. So I'm not doing this anymore just to get some money, also because it doesn't raise a lot. I think like I made about like 5 sales in the last 2 weeks, which is around about 15 euros. I mean, it's great. It's great. Thank you for supporting me. But like, it's not cutting the deal. Like there's no point in me doing this for that little bit of money. I rather do this content, provide it for free, generate more leads, build a community, build a lot of trust to you guys, get more input, and this will eventually pay off. And if not, I still did something that made a lot of fun. So to close this off, let's again talk about some numbers. So, like, you know, I'm measuring like my growth or my success or failure in terms of numbers regarding followership, interactions, impressions, and whatnot, because this is ultimately shaping my reach and my audience. So for the YouTube, I gained in the like how long does this channel exist now? 3 weeks? 2 to 3 weeks. I gained now over 400 new subscribers, which is actually insane. It's blowing my mind that I'm growing that fast with that content. Not that it's bad content, like I think it's generally really good, but it gets accepted so well. And it's like, it's all organic reach. I only posted in LinkedIn and an ArtStation about it, which is like not a small audience, but most of the stuff, like you can see in the analytics, most of the clicks, I think like 70 or 80% still come from the YouTube search or that algorithm. So this is really cool. In terms of LinkedIn, I gained, I think, about 150 new followers, which is also okay. I gained more the weeks before. Like generally, the curve was higher. Do you say higher? It was steeper. The curve was steeper. But still, 150 is great, and it's like we're progressing, so I'm totally fine with that. Regarding ArtStation actually like boomed a lot. My recent posts, all like about the free tutorials that I posted and released on YouTube, they all just blew up completely. They are 3 of my most successful posts ever, of which the concrete tutorial just broke all records for me. So I gained like, I think, over 300 followers in that time, which is a tremendous amount, regarding that I have that portfolio now over 7 years now, and I'm at 3.8k followers. So I'm bad at math, but I think I gained like 10%, about 10% of my followership within 2 weeks, compared to like the 7 years before. So in that terms, really, really great success. Makes it a lot of fun. Like I actually, maybe we should talk about this as well. So I'm stretching this a little bit at the end of the video, but I generally felt the urge to like see my stats, see my growth every minute. I actually got a little bit nervous when I didn't pick up my phone like after 5 or 10 minutes and check if I had a new subscriber, a new follower. The traction was so high and so frequent in the very first days that I really got addicted to it. Which wasn't good, because in that time, all I cared about was like getting that dopamine kick of the new, like I saw a new subscriber, I saw new notifications. That dopamine just drove me insane, actually. Yeah, and it blurred my mind for what I should do next. Like I was searching for a new content, for the next big hit, for the next kick. And it didn't go for long, like 2 to 3 days or 4 days, I think. But it made it a little bit hard to decide what's up next. So I got taunted by just like relaxing on that fame, or however you want to call it, and didn't get to work on the important stuff. I still did things. I still continued working in Designer and continued developing tools, but it was more directed. Like I questioned if that's the right track, or if I should just go for like not the clickbait stuff, but like the obvious things that are going to push my audience rather than what I enjoy. And this is generally a path that I don't want to take. And ultimately the reason why I'm doing this, because I don't want to chase like the next successful story. I just want to do what I feel is right and makes fun to me.